We are honored to have the summit this year at the newly unveiled Academy Museum of Motion Pictures. For those of you who haven't explored yet, I highly recommend it. The Academy Museum is the largest museum in the United States devoted to the arts, sciences, and the artists of movie making. The Academy Museum advances the understanding, celebration, and preservation of cinema through inclusive and accessible exhibitions, screenings, programs, initiatives, and collections.
In conjunction with the celebration of excellence in film, Asia Society would like to honor the museum's major Asian American and Asian donors as entertainment game changers. This new cultural landmark and the inspirational ethos behind it would not be possible without the generosity of these incredible philanthropists.
Here to honor these philanthropists, please help me welcome Museum President Bill Kramer. Bill has been a brilliant guiding light for the museum in its current iteration.
Please welcome Bill Kramer.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Bill Kramer, Director and President of the Academy Museum of Motion Pictures, and I'm so delighted to welcome you to our fabulous new museum tonight and to celebrate our philanthropic honorees. For over 90 years, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, the City of Los Angeles, the film industry, have desired to create a home for the celebration and the exploration of movies. We're so pleased to have opened the museum just a few weeks ago, and we so hope all of you have been able to engage with our screenings, our exhibitions, and our programs. As you'll see, we are deeply committed to showcasing the international and diverse stories of cinema, and AAPI films, talent, and culture is evident in all of our opening exhibitions, screenings, and programs. These include the first North American retrospective of the work of Japanese artist, animator, and filmmaker Hayao Miyazaki, a gallery devoted to the exceptional work of Bruce Lee, that's right, an Anna May Wang retrospective, screenings of Whale Rider, and so much more. And the museum would not have been possible without the contributions of so many people, among them the group of donors we're honoring tonight. Along with the Asia Society of Southern California, we're recognizing 7 Asian and Asian American philanthropists as entertainment game changers for their vision and for their philanthropic contributions that help to make the museum a reality. These include film producers Mark Amin and Ashook and Chitra, Armitrage, the Robert Chin Foundation, finance executive and philanthropist Julia Gouw. All right. The best dinner partner ever. Legendary actor and social justice advocate George Takei. And our first honoree, Dr. Peter Lam, chairman of the Hong Kong Trade and Development Council. Dr. Lam is a renowned international philanthropist and business leader with deep ties to the entertainment industry and to connecting Asia to the global film and arts communities. Presently the chairman of the Hong Kong Trade Development Council, Dr. Lam is also chairman of the Media Asia Entertainment Group, a Hong Kong production company and film distributor for films made in Hong Kong and throughout China. Media Asia's films have won more than 180 awards and have been nominated more than 250 times at international film festivals and award shows. Dr. Lam is a trustee of the Better Hong Kong Foundation and vice chairman of the Friends of Hong Kong Association Limited. He's also chairman of the Hong Kong Chamber of Films Limited, honorary chairman of the Hong Kong Motion Picture Industry Association Limited, and director of the Real Estate Developers Association of Hong Kong. He was also chairman of the Hong Kong Tourism Board from 2013 to 2019. He was conferred an honorary doctorate by the Hong Kong Academy for Performing Arts and has played a huge role in bringing Art Basel to Hong Kong. And here at the museum, he has made a significant gift to support the presentation of screenings and programs from Asian, Asian American, and Pacific Islander artists. It's an honor to welcome to the stage tonight the Los Angeles director of the Hong Kong Trade Development Council, Tiffany Wang, who is accepting for Peter Lam. Yes? Okay, good.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I'll speak on her behalf. Thank you, Tiffany.
Good evening and thank you. I'm very grateful to receive this honor from the Asian Society. It's a pity that I cannot be in Los Angeles to join you in person. The U.S. Asia Entertainment Summit brings people and culture together to share and celebrate our common love of cinema and entertainment. I'm glad to see that the industry is gradually recovering from the impact of the pandemic. In Hong Kong, filmmakers and the entertainment industry are gradually recovering. Even during these challenging times, Hong Kong productions and creativities has been winning audience and awards around the world. Events such as the Hong Kong Trade Development Council's Film Mark or the Hong Kong International Film and TV Market continue to highlight Hong Kong as a vibrant marketplace for the industry. Indeed, this year's Film Mark welcomed over 7,000 participants from 81 countries and regions, and over 2,200 film and television productions were released and promoted at this four-day event. The global entertainment industries collect audience around the world by telling stories that resonate across borders and fostering talent who are celebrated globally. International film and TV hubs such as Hong Kong and Los Angeles have important roles to play in building cross-cultural bridges and connecting the industries. The Academy Museum of Motion Pictures will also play such a role by advancing the critical role of cinema in cross-cultural understanding and celebrating the cinematic traditions from a global perspective. It's a great pleasure to support it. Again, I would like to thank the Asia Society for giving me these honors. I wish you all an enjoyable evening. Thank you.
Our next honoree, Mark Amin, has deep ties to the worlds of entertainment, arts, and philanthropy. He is CEO of Sabani Films and has previously served as the vice chairman of Lionsgate, and he was the founder of Trimark. His producing credits include Emperor, which he also wrote and directed, J.T. Leroy, Miles Ahead, Good Kill, Monsters Ball, which earned Halle Berry an Oscar for Best Actress. You can see her speech in our Academy Awards History Gallery. Crash, which won the Academy Award for Best Picture, Eve's Bayou, and Frida, which garnered 6 Academy Award nominations. As a supporter of the arts, Mark sits on the board of the UCLA Film and Television Archive, and he's a major donor to the Farhang Foundation, which celebrates and promotes Iranian art. He supported the creation of the Freedom Sculpture, a permanent monument in Los Angeles celebrating religious freedom, cultural diversity, and inclusiveness. And, of course, he is one of our museum's earliest founding supporters. I'm thrilled to ask Mark to join us on stage to accept his honor.
Well, I did not expect that at all. My movies have won all sorts of awards. I've never won an award, so I'm finally catching up with my movies. I just want to say one thing. When I decided to enter the movie business back in the 80s, right after the Iranian Revolution, we moved here, whenever I told anybody I want to go into the movie business, they said, do you go to film school? No. Do you have any connections? Are you in the movie business? Is anybody in your family in the movie business? No. Have you ever worked for a studio? No. Do you have any background? No. And by the way, that's the story of my life. I just head crashing. But what I want to say is that I was expecting to, and that time Iran still is like the worst country in the world politically in terms of media, and I was expecting to confront all sorts of difficulties. And I can tell you guys, ladies and gentlemen, I shouldn't say just guys and women. I don't want to get into trouble, with that sort of stuff. Anyway, what I have to tell you honestly is that the way I was welcomed, I was measured only for my success, for what I did. Nobody ever judged me by my background, my religion, my country, my race, or anything. And that's why I decided to donate to Academy when they first approached me, because it was really, really, I don't think there's anywhere else in the world you can have this kind of a success with very little background or connection to a business. And this, we need to really celebrate the openness of American culture, especially the movie culture and the movie business culture. And for that, I'm very grateful, and I wish I could contribute more. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mark. Our next honorees, Ashook and Chitra, Armitrage, are a couple whose deep commitment to philanthropy and community are admired by everyone in Hollywood. They have been married for over 23 years, have 2 fabulous children, and are known for the incredible parties thrown at their home. They truly know how to bring the community together. Also deeply connected to the film industry, Ashook is chairman and CEO of the Hyde Park Entertainment Group and was formerly CEO of National Geographic Films. An award-winning producer, he has made over 100 films during the span of his career with worldwide revenues in excess of $2 billion, including Get Carter, Shop Girl, and Moonlight Mile. He is committed to the creation of diverse, inclusive, and socially relevant content. His current projects include The Man Who Lived Underground in partnership with Kenya Barris, Amnesty, written and directed by acclaimed filmmaker Ramin Bahraini, Ash, the biopic of tennis champion Arthur Ashe, and the animated musical Pashmina. Also deeply philanthropic, Ashook is a UN India Goodwill Ambassador and serves on the Academy's A2025 committee, which advances inclusion and equitable opportunities in the film industry. He also serves on the advisory board for the Dodge Film School at Chapman University. But it is their family and home life that ground Ashook and Chitra, and we are thrilled to honor them tonight for their philanthropic work. They have been large supporters of the Scripps College Collectors Circle, the American Indian Foundation, and the Academy Museum. Please welcome Ashook and Chitra.
All right, I had no idea I was meant to speak, but anyway, today is mainly a celebration of the Academy Museum. It's not about us, it's about Bill and the Academy and Dawn Hudson, who's here, and the extraordinary job that they've done of putting together this museum that, Hollywood needed the museum, and here we are with this extraordinary place overlooking, this extraordinary city. And Janet, you've been a part of it from the beginning. It's just great to have Dawn. I see all these familiar faces, and it is, it makes me feel so good to see this come together. It's been such a long, endeavor, but it is just spectacular. It is wonderful, it is spectacular, and all of the diversity and all of the stuff that you guys have brought to the forefront. The Academy membership has grown dramatically in a very diverse way. Makes my heart feel so good about that, and I'm just very grateful for everything the Academy is doing. So thank you very much.
Thank you both so much. Our next honoree and organization is one of the oldest Asian family foundations in America. The Robert Chin Foundation honors the vision of Mr. Chin for the betterment of AAPI communities. Robert opened the first Asian-owned bank in the United States to help families overcome economic racism during a time when banks denied mortgages and small business loans to Asians and Asian Americans. Through its grant making, the foundation educates the public about Asian contributions in the United States and the world, supports youth education and early career development, and promotes Asian artistic excellence and cross-cultural narratives. The foundation established the Asian Hall of Fame to celebrate the contributions of Asians, Asian Americans, and Pacific Islanders. And here at the Academy Museum, the foundation has made a significant grant to support the presentation of screenings and programs from Asian, Asian American, and Pacific Islander artists. Accepting for the Robert Chin Foundation is Mackie Shea, CEO of the foundation, and I'm thrilled to welcome Mackie to the stage.
Good evening. My name is Mackie Shea, and congratulations to Asia Society for an amazing U.S. Asia Summit. I look forward to the summit every year. I'm also a 24-year member of Asia Society, which started long ago. I won't say how old I was then. And Asia Society has just grown over the years, and under the helm of so many wonderful advisors and governors and Janet Yang, and under her leadership. It's just so fabulous how Southern California has grown, and now partnering with the Academy Museum, and fantastic hub of culture, of global collaboration, and diversity content worldwide. And we're just so honored to be here. One of the things I did, however, want to correct is that the honor tonight is really going to the chairman and the founder of the board of Robert Chin Foundation, Karen Wang, who is my boss. She's 84 years old. She's in Seattle. She cannot make it today. And she was the one who really spearheaded the Asian Hall of Fame as a global premier organization. I'm just a steward of her mission and vision. We're located in LA. I'm happy to accept on her behalf. But Karen Wang is really the one that's on that trophy, and it's such an honor to her. She's so petite, and she's so sweet. She's like this tall, and she is very quiet. She's a third-generation Chinese American. Her family's been in the United States for 180 years from the railroad. They settled in Seattle. Her father was a mailman, delivering rejection letters to Asian families who could not get a loan from American banks, and he opened the first Asian-owned bank in the United States. She took that sale, they eventually sold it to Washington Federal, and built this amazing platform to really support filmmakers, musicians, artists, cultural icons, scientists, diplomats, policy leaders around the world. The Academy Museum was not something on our radar as a private philanthropy. We're in the business of giving away money. It was not on our radar. But Bob Iger reached out and said there wasn't a really strong Asian family philanthropy that had stepped forward yet to dedicate the $1 million pillar for Myoshu Meki. And of course, we stepped forward, and we're so happy to do so. We encourage all of you out there, please support the Academy Museum. Please support Asia Society. Please support Asian high-impact leadership around the world, and together we can go forth for a stronger and more inclusive society. Thank you so much.
Let's do this. Me and you? All right.
Let's do this. For my boss.
And for us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mackie. Our next honoree is activist, social media superstar, New York Times best-selling author and pioneering actor George Takei. I think it's fair to say that we all know and love George. He has appeared in more than 40 feature films and hundreds of TV roles, most famously in Star Trek. He has used his great success as a platform to fight for LGBTQ rights and marriage equality, as well as for social justice. And his social justice advocacy is personal. During World War II, George spent his childhood unjustly imprisoned in internment camps along with hundreds of other Japanese Americans, 120,000. George has served on the board of the Japan-United States Friendship Commission under Bill Clinton. He received the Gold Rays with Rosette Order of the Rising Sun by the Emperor of Japan for his contributions to U.S.-Japanese relations, and he serves as Chairman Emeritus of the Japanese American National Museum's Board of Trustees. He's been a wonderful supporter of the Academy Museum, really from the beginning, and has donated some significant pieces to our collection as well. Please join me in welcoming George.
Thank you very much, Bill. I'm a native Angelino, and from my childhood, I've loved movies. I grew up with landmark movie studios all around my hometown, and I remember my father telling me about his favorite silent movie star, Sesshu Hayakawa, and my mother used to tell me about Anime Wang. And in my own time, I thrilled to the dynamic grace of Bruce Lee before the camera, and behind the camera, the artistry and the sensitivity of James Wong Howe. So I am a movie lover and the diversity of the movies. And my hometown is one of the great cities that embraces the diversity of the world. And so I think it's eminently fitting that we gather together tonight in this structure shaped like the globe to celebrate the Academy Museum of Global Motion Pictures. So congratulations to the Academy, Bill, and thank you very much for your landmark contribution to my hometown of Los Angeles. Thank you.
Thanks so much, George. All right, our last honoree is the wonderful Julia Gouw. A philanthropist, community builder, and a stellar businesswoman. Julia is the chairwoman of Paramount Bank and the former president of East West Bank, a bank that serves as the financial bridge between the U.S. and China. Under her leadership, East West Bank achieved 11 consecutive years of record earnings, which is an incredible track record. She was ranked one of the 25 most powerful women in banking 5 times by American Banker magazine, and has twice received the Los Angeles Business Journal's Women Making a Difference Award. Julia, along with her wonderful husband Ken, is also deeply philanthropic. She was named Philanthropist of the Year by the National Association of Women's Business Owners in Los Angeles and actively contributes to medical research, educational programs, and environmental conservancy programs. She has served on the board of overseers for the UCLA Health System, where she established an endowed chair. She is the founding chair of the Executive Women's Advisory Board for the Iris Cantor UCLA Women's Health Center. And here at the Academy Museum, Julia and Ken have co-chaired our opening gala and made significant gifts to support the celebration of actress Miyoshi Umeki and the presentation of screenings and programs focused on Asian, Asian American, and Pacific Islander artists. I'm so happy to honor Julia Gouw.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Academy Museum, and also Asia Society for this recognition. I'm really thrilled to be here. I also want to recognize my friend Fiona Ma, California Treasure, that came here. Like, where's Fiona? Oh, there she is. Thank you, Fiona, for coming. So I wanted to share an exciting news for you. Ken and I, we decided to underwrite the pillar for Janet Yang. You all know that Janet is a pioneer, bridge, supporter for Asian representation and AAPI community, and we want to make sure that her legacy and her work will live forever on this museum. It will be on the third floor, the producer's floor, and among all the notable producers. So what I would like to see is that generations to come, 50 years, 100 years from now, when we reach parity, equality for Asian American in the movie industries, that they will remember that she actually opened the pathway for many of these people to come. So thank you, Janet, for everything that you do for our community. And also, you know, we will celebrate when we have the unveiling. I don't know when that is. Bill is going to let me know. And so stay tuned, and thank you again.
Janet, did you know that little surprise was coming? Too much attention, too much attention. That's it. I think we have completed our honoring for tonight. Thank you all again so much for your incredible philanthropy, and enjoy the rest of the program. Yes? Thanks so much, everybody.
Oh, no, I am actually. Here we go. We're not open. Are we open? I'm actually going to have Julia join me on stage for the next announcement. Thank you. Bill was trying to take a photo with Julia, but I said that I needed Julia with me on stage for our next special announcement. Sorry, Bill. So you're going to have to wait. Thank you so much, Bill, and all of our wonderful philanthropists. I mean, if you look around this setting, could we get better? Could we get more LA than, you know, having a gala underneath the stars and beautiful weather? So thank you so much. Next, we would like to invite Janet Yang, chair of the summit, and 2 more individuals to join Julia on stage for a special announcement. I would like to welcome Chun-Yen Chen, the executive director of the Asian Pacific Community Fund, who was honored last month by Asia Society as a community leader and inspiration for Asian women, and Michelle Sugihara, the executive director of CAPE, the Coalition of Asian Pacifics in Entertainment.
First of all, I'm so embarrassed, okay? I just have to say. I wasn't sure it was going to be announced tonight in front of everybody. But as you can see, this woman, Julia Gouw, in red, she truly is an angel that kind of descended. And she has been so generous and so incredible in every way. And when we launched this other program called Asian Women Empowered just a couple of weeks ago, we started talking about how it would be nice, because Asians in general are getting a lot of attention, women are getting a lot of attention, but I still feel like Asian women, we're not quite there yet. And we want to be able to see more content with Asian women in positions of power or leadership. So she has decided to generously fund a program which Michelle Sugihara, who's another powerhouse, where is she? Behind me? Of CAPE. She's going to tell you about this new program.
Thank you, Janet. For the past 30 years, CAPE has been fighting for API representation in front of and behind the camera. But there was always one elusive piece, and that is production of the actual content that our creators are making. And because of Julia Gouw's generosity and Janet Yang's vision and collaborative spirit, we are able to shatter that tonight. So this program is API Women and Non-Binary Short Film Competition. Our board chair, Sanjay Sharma, is fond of saying that Hollywood, unlike other industries, is very much like a club. And I would add to that that it's still quite a boys' club. And so tonight, we are announcing, for the first time, you're the first ones to hear this, we'll make formal announcement to come, but it is a challenge for female and non-binary short filmmakers. They will get a grant of $15,000 each. We'll have 4 winners, and they will be able to produce their film. A lot of these challenges or competitions require you to submit a film, and then you get an award. But what if you don't have the funds to even make your film? That is what this is addressing. That is another barrier that we are breaking tonight because of Julia Gouw and Janet Yang. Thank you, everyone.
Well, Janet asked me to, talk about why I want to do this. As everybody during the pandemic, I watch a lot of streaming, movies and miniseries on Netflix and some others, and I realized that sometimes I watch the whole 8 hours, 10 hours miniseries. I don't see any Asian faces, in the movies or the limited series, and especially Asian women. I hardly ever see Asian women being pictured, in the character of position of power. The very, very few times I saw some Asian women faces, it's always pictured as a very competent staff, but not the leader. So when I talk to people, why can't Em be an Asian woman? Most people will say, of course, Em cannot be an Asian woman. But I said, why? Why not? She is the boss. James Bond's report to Em. But so that's why when I talked to Janet, she said that why don't we do this film challenge, and give to the writers and, Asian women writers and with, Asian female protagonists, a chance to do this, film. So that's how, it started. And thank you to CAPE also that do, the program, and also to Chun Yen, APCF, that really know the legal and the finance of nonprofit, how to do this. So I'm very, very thankful for everybody here for making this happen. So thank you.
Let's give a round of applause to Julia Gouw again. Without the philanthropy, there's nothing we can do, right? On behalf of the Asian Pacific Community Fund, our mission is cultivate API philanthropy. API community has grown in all these years, and now it's the time to give. Giving is a power. That's how we were able to get an impact. And today, particularly here, for the film challenging, we want the Asian American women be able to have this award to create a dream come true. This afternoon, when we listen to Fireside Chat, listen to all the amazing producer, filmmaker. Most importantly, you are making the dream come true. Together with the Julia Gouw Short Film Challenging with the CAPE, Janet, and Julia Gouw, we're going to make a dream come true for all the Asian American women producers. So hopefully more people will join to the challenge, and together we can celebrate their dream. Thank you so much.